Hello everyone, welcome back to Statisticians World. In this video, we're diving into a fascinating applied case study, mindfulness and exam stress. We'll see how to test whether mindfulness actually reduces the stress level using two key non-parametric methods in R, the Wilcoxon Signed-Rank Test and the Spearman Correlation. Here's the study setup. 60 final year undergrads took part in a mindfulness intervention during exam week. Each student's stress was measured using the DASS-21 stress subscale before and after a 1-week mindfulness program. They also logged how many minutes they practiced mindfulness every day. So our key variables are stress pre, which is pre-intervention stress score, stress post, which is post-intervention stress score, practice minutes, total minutes of mindfulness practice, and stress reduction, which is calculated by stress pre minus stress post. And the big research questions are, did stress levels significantly decrease after mindfulness? And does practicing more lead to greater stress reduction? So these are the things that we are dealing with. But now you may wonder, why are we using non-parametric tests instead of a paired t-test or Pearson correlation? And here's why. Our stress scores are bounded from 0 to 42, and they're not normally distributed. Some students had 0 stress, while others had very high scores. And when data are skewed or ordinal like this, parametric tests aren't ideal. And we use something else. We use non-parametric options. The Wilcoxon Signed-Rank Test is used to compare paired stress scores, pre versus post. And the Spearman's rank correlation is used to check if more mindfulness practice predicts greater stress reduction. All right, let's move on to R and do the analysis. As always, we need to load libraries first. If they weren't installed, we'd install them just by the command. And then load the dataset and get a summary of it to see the means and standard deviations. You see the results here. And now let's check the distribution of stress reduction to see if it's skewed or not. To do that, we use histogram. And here we are, the distribution plot is skewed, as you can see. It's skewed to the left. So we need a non-parametric test. And the best option, as we said here, is the Wilcoxon test. The Wilcoxon Signed-Rank Test compares median stress scores before and after mindfulness. So we run the code and you see the p-value here is less than 0.05. It means that stress significantly decreased after mindfulness training. But now let's measure the effect size and let's see how strong this improvement is. We use this command to get the effect size. And here is the result. You see it is 0.88. Wow, it's a large effect. That means that the mindfulness program had a strong impact on stress reduction. Right? Now let's test if the number of minutes practice relates to stress reduction or not. And we do that by running this code. And you see the Spearman correlation equals 0.68, which is a strong positive correlation. It means that participants who practice mindfulness for more minutes tended to show greater stress reduction. In other words, the more you practice, the less stressed you become after the intervention. And also, the amount of p-value is far below 0.05 or 0.001, which means that that's extremely significant. So now we can confidently reject the null hypothesis that there is no relationship between mindfulness practice and stress reduction. So to get a better sense of it, let's visualize our results. So to do that, we need a scatter plot, and we use John point. So here's the chart, and you see a clear upward trend here, which means that the more mindfulness practice, the more reduction in stress. And here's a summary of what we learned. Mindfulness significantly reduces stress. The effect size shows it's a strong improvement. More practice leads to greater stress reduction. And finally, non-parametric tests are great for skewed or ordinal data. They are simple, powerful, and assumption light. And that was it. If you enjoyed this case study, please give it a like, subscribe to Statisticians World, and leave a comment with the next analysis you want to see. As always, thanks for watching, and remember, data tells the story if you know how to listen.